In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to take just a moment to hold on a second. Okay. Show is in progress. So hold on there. That's our soul brother Taalik calling in. I want to thank him for joining us on this another spontaneous broadcast. I want to thank my soul brother 85 for being here with us. I thank those who will be listening to this broadcast in the future on Facebook. As you know, Soul Brother 85 is giving you a shout out, Brother Taalik.
Oh, tell them likewise. I'll send a shout out to him as well.
Okay. And to those who will be listening to this broadcast in the future, and I most appreciate it. It is always an honor to come before us because you're so special. You're so intelligent. You are, and we're just different. It seems as though, and maybe you even said to yourself, it reminds me of what they said about the Jesus, when they said that Jesus felt as though he was due, or he was born out of season. He shouldn't have been born in this time. I don't feel as though I belong here. And with all due respect, and I don't want to try to put nobody down, it's just how I feel. I'm surrounded by dumb people. I'm surrounded by people who can't use their mind. Functional, you would call them functional illiterates. And it's frustrating. It reminds me of a person with a college degree and you are put back into the 6th grade or something like that. That's how I feel. These persons, they have a little intelligence. They play the dumb role when it feels as though that's good for them. They act like they're real stupid when it's convenient. But at the same time, they want to be viewed as this incredible high IQ, supreme wisdom type person. Which one are you, an idiot? Because are you an idiot or are you are intelligent? Which one is it? Make up your mind. You can't be both. So they want to try to play both roles side of the fence because they cannot answer certain inquiry. So again, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to make myself special or anything. That's how I feel. And see, have you ever been in a class and you were the smartest and the rest of the class couldn't keep up with you? And you sit there and you're bored because you are way beyond them and they cannot comprehend. And you try to help them, but their skills, their ability to comprehend, they're just not getting it. And so, to be fair to the child that is beyond that, you have to push that child from the 4th grade to the 6th grade, from the 6th grade to the 8th grade. You have children right now that's teenagers in college, 16 years old, sometimes 15. They are beyond their classmates. When we come here, those who come here, we are beyond our classmates. They like us. They get frustrated because they cannot comprehend. Why do you think that way? Why you want to go this way? They cannot comprehend. They want to stay in the 6th grade when you're ready to do college level work. We here on this platform, we are ready to do university, college level work while they still want to sit around in high school trying to go to the prom. When we are in college studying, gaining the skills so that we can be adults and take care of ourselves and not blaming mommy and daddy. Every time you talk about blame the white man, always keep the white man in your mouth constantly. We already know that. We've been talking about the white man for, well, who knows how long? We already know the white man do this, and we already know this. What are you going to do about it? How are we going to get out of the situation? That talking about that constantly 24 hours a day, talking about Sandra Bland, talking about Sean Bell, talking about Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, that don't change your condition. And they don't have to worry about it no more. They're not here with us no more. That's how I feel. There are those who, because of this warped, distorted mindset, want to clown me and get upset with me because I wear my karate gi. You're African. He thinks he's Chinese. I am not a Chinese. And I'm not an African either, you piece of trash. I purposely wore my karate gi to do this video. Because this karate gi represents fight, and you don't have none. It represents fight. It represents fighting smart. I'll give you an example. Many people, out of fear, when they are chased by a dog, they automatically run or try to throw a rock at the dog or whatever, make the dog more mad. That's an emotional reaction. You ever see girls fight and some people fight? They just throw their arms and legs and just punch and just hope that they hit. There's no strategy. It's just emotional. It's just reactionary. There's no strategy to the fight. In martial arts, and some of y'all are martial arts, that would make this whole thing even more pitiful. Because martial arts, karate, jiu-jitsu, whatever you, jiu-jitsu, I guess that's how you pronounce it, Yikundo, whatever your martial arts you practice, it is a strategy. It is a discipline. So a few years ago, I was driving in California and I was looking for this place and there was no place to park my truck. So I took the truck down a few blocks, got out, and I walked to the business to make sure that was the business I was going to. It was in a commercial residential type area. I just wanted to be sure because I don't want to take, this truck is too long. I want to make sure that I can get in and get out. So I went to the business. It was the place where I needed to go. So on my way back to the truck, I'm walking by this fence and it was two dogs barking. And they was behind a fence. So I'm like, whatever, you know, dogs barking behind a fence. So I'm walking next to the fence and they barking. And I'm still don't care because they behind the fence. I'm safe. The fence is pretty tall. So I'm not even worried about the dogs jumping over the fence or anything. So I'm just walking. And plus I'm tired. So I'm going down the fence and the fence come to an end. I'm like, what? There's no gate? That's the end of the fence? And when I come to the end of the fence, I'm right there with these dogs. And I'm like, oh no, what's up with this? So the dogs start coming towards me. Now one dog wasn't interested, just wanted to bark, and it went back behind the fence. This other dog was a boxer. Nice tall dog. A boxer with big old jaws. Now your first instinct, basically, as this dog started approaching me, my first instinct was to try to run. The problem with that is I'm too old for that now. I don't run quick and fast like I used to. I just can't do it no more. The brain says you can do it. The body says that's over with. So it's me and this dog. And then I began, and I forgot to remind myself, bro, you do know some self-defense. Remember, you was in the Nation of Islam for all those years. They taught you some self-defense. So I did not panic. I turned around and I said to myself, okay, it's me and the dog. I'm not running nowhere. So I dropped down into my karate stance, whatever you want to call it. And this boxer, it looked like this dog wanted to bite me. Okay? So the dog starts coming towards me. Now, I stay cool, calm, and collect. The only thing on a dog that can hurt you is his mouth. So as the dog starts coming towards me, I drop down low and I concentrate on the dog's mouth. And I wait for the dog to get into the right position so I can kick the hell out of the dog in his mouth. So when he reached that point, I kicked that dog and knocked him for a loop. That dog, he turned like 3 flips. I tried to knock the hell out of that dog. And he shook it off. He like, he still did not have enough, I guess. He got up, recovered from getting kicked in the mouth, and I'm ready for him. Now my next strategy is I want the dog to come in close, so I'm able to swing around the dog, catch him around the neck, and put that dog in a chokehold and choke him out and kill him. That's my plan, is to kill this dog. I'm not going to try to choke him out and knock him out. My plan is to kill this dog. I don't have no more time for these games, this dog trying to bite me. So the dog started coming, and I'm waiting. And I guess this dog decided he wanted to live another day because I'm killing this dog. And the dog turned around and went back behind the fence. So the karate gi represents fight and strategy. And you don't have none. It's not about being Chinese. It's about a strategy. It's about being flexible in your mind. And the sad thing about it is we talk about we Africans or whatever. And many of these people, they still eat spaghetti. Oh, well, you see, the Africans was the first one to. No, they did not make this. You eat something that the Italians created. You did not eat no noodles, no pasta that some Africans made. You eating spaghetti, hamburgers, and hot dogs or whatever. Whatever European food, you still eating it to this day. But I can't wear a karate gi. You need to get out of here with that foolish, that silly stuff. When you are in martial arts, it teaches you that everything has an Achilles heel. And you fight, you don't fight, you fight to make your fight easy. You don't fight to make your fight hard. When I was in the Nation of Islam, or you are in any martial arts class, we are taught to make that fight last short as possible. Break a leg, break some ribs, take this cat out fast as possible. You don't want to huff and puff. The human body has all kinds of weak spots. Some of us, when you boxing, the difference between martial arts and boxing is when you're in boxing, you hitting areas that's not weak. In martial arts, you are trained to target the weak points in the body. I'm going to say that again. In martial arts, we are taught to find and hit the weak parts in the body to drop your opponent down quick as possible. So it's the same thing in liberation, the same thing in the struggle. You understand your enemy, you find his weak spots and take them down. We don't do that. We just swinging and hollering and screaming like a woman who's getting raped because she's facing a superior opponent, usually a stronger man. She's just swinging and hollering and screaming, and that's not going to work, lady. Now, while you're in the struggle, see if this woman maintain her cool while this man is trying to rape her or whatever. There's parts of the body you could target and take him out. If you don't take him out, it's good enough where you can get away from him. But most people, we're not programmed like that. We're just reactionary and emotional, and we end up getting hurt. Martial arts, that's what the purpose of martial arts is, to teach us to try to, like Bruce Lee say, find your emotional tense. Stay cool, calm, and collect. Remember, that's why you practice martial arts. So it can become, so you don't act reactionary. You just go through the motions. Not because of you just simply reacting. You remember, okay, this is the weak point here. Okay, I'm fighting this guy. He got this open. Same thing in basketball. You take advantage of your opponent's weak points. But you don't hear me though. Because see, I'm not of this world. I really are. Talib is not of this world. Soul brother 85, we're not of this world. Brother Twin, all of us who come and listen under the sun of it, we're not of this world, because these people are too dumb for us. Too emotional, too reactionary, too spookified. We are not of this world. But it is us that can get us out of this condition. All these reactionary, emotional, money-hungry type folks, they're not going to do nothing for you. Let me say this, and I want to give the pass the mic to
keep talking for a minute. Let me go check on something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick.
I want to send this message to the Black Liberation Power Summit that was held and being held the last day in Coldwater, Mississippi. I would have to pay attention to this summit because it is in the state of Mississippi. And if ever the people decide they want to do what is in their best interest, then these who are already, most of these who are residents of the state of Mississippi, they would be very important. So it would be wise for me to keep an eye and associate with the brothers and sisters who are participating and part of this Black Liberation Summit. It was 2 years ago, one of the organizers, I don't know who it was, and maybe they're not even part of the summit anymore, who knows. I was sent an email to participate in the Black Liberation Power Summit in Coldwater, Mississippi. I received the email, and because of my job, I didn't know whether or not I would be able to participate. I think it's like a 500-mile or 400, 300, something. It's over 300-mile drive to that location in the state of Mississippi. Even so, I talked to Brother Talib about it, and I asked Brother Talib if he would be willing, if I can't go, would he represent this platform, and I would pay the cost, and he would represent this platform and go and participate in the Black Power Summit. And Brother Talib said that would not be a problem. But I never, after that one email, I never did get any more replies or responses from that person. I wonder why. I wonder why. In the email, what brought me to their attention was Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. So I had the title Mississippi, of course, in the title, and that's what brought us to their attention. Now, why would you email somebody like that and then you don't communicate anymore? I don't know. So but nevertheless, it was somebody else, and I don't even talk to the brother no more, but he was associated also with that summit, and I haven't heard from him anymore since then. But he also asked me to come and participate in that summit. So I did ask Brother Talib, would he represent? But also at the same time, I had questions, because to be quite honest, I'm tired. I have been around this environment for a long, long time. I'm tired of speeches. I'm tired of debates. I'm tired of all discussions and these meetings and summits and all. I'm tired of all that. Been doing that for years. And where are we at in 2020?
I'm back, brother.
Okay. We're nowhere. Do you remember, Brother Talib, when I received that email from that Black Power Summit, and I told you if I couldn't go?
Yeah, that was supposed to be held in Atlanta.
No,
at the time.
No, Coldwater, Mississippi.
Okay, yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked you, would you go if I couldn't?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. Ever since then, I haven't received any more invitations. Matter of fact, they didn't even respond. They didn't even respond because I wanted to see if you wanted to go, and I emailed the brother, whoever the organizer was, to get more information and see, you know, if we decided we wanted to do this, how we gonna set it up. Never heard from him no more. And I'm not gonna play ring around the roses. You contact me. I'm not contacting you. I'm not gonna try to call these numbers, contact numbers. You called me. You emailed me. So apparently, you don't want me to participate. You don't have any interest in Angel Snuffing Up 7 no more. So even so, I've had people ask me, do you know about that conference, that conference in Mississippi? I have not been invited. Nobody talks to Angel Snuffing Up 7. I understand why, because really, see, this is the thing. And while you was gone, Brother Talib, I was telling the audience, see, I'm sick of summits. I'm sick of debates and these discussions and speeches and all this stuff. Been doing that for years. Here we are in 2020. What do you have? Nothing. It has accomplished nothing. Now the thing about it, see, the thing about this Black Liberation Summit is that they all come separately. Okay, they all come separately, and they're not going to leave united. They all gonna go back their separate ways. They're gonna come together to feed off each other's ego. Ooh, brother, what you said sure sound good. Sister, you sure told the truth. They're gonna feed off each other's ego. And then this one gonna go east, this one gonna go west. Everybody gonna go their separate ways. There's no specific agenda. There's no specific purpose. There's no specific goals. Everybody doing their own little own thing. Little own thing. I can guarantee you. They're not coming together so they can say, okay, get together, put everybody's thoughts together. How we gonna mesh this to make it one thing? All of us work together, one purpose, one goal, one vision, win or lose. They're not gonna do that. This group gonna go and do their thing. This group, I'm not into that. I don't need nobody to tell me, oh brother, you sure sounded good. That was a good speech, brother. You showed. I don't want to hear all that stuff. I don't care nothing about that. It does nothing to solve our problem. And so we getting ready for Black Liberation Power Summit #5 next year to do the same damn thing that you did this year. Except we're going to have a report. Well, what did you do in a year? Well, my chickens laid 6 more eggs than normal, and report with you what everybody did separately. Instead of having a chicken farm and say, this is what we produce. We don't have to buy chickens or eggs from our oppressor no more. We got a chicken farm. And we're growing so fast, pretty soon we are going to be in direct competition with Purdue and Tyson. That's what I want to hear. And we're doing this together. So-and-so is handling the accounting. So-and-so is handling the publicity, marketing. That's what I want to hear. We all doing this. We're doing a chicken farm, and all of us doing it together. I don't have to buy eggs from the white man no more, because I'm producing my own. But that's not what you're gonna get when you talk about this summit. What you're gonna get is so-and-so did their thing and so-and-so. That's not gonna get you nowhere. And everything that you're doing, even the chicken farm, is small. If we was able to get together and build a chicken farm on the level of a Tyson chicken or a Purdue or something like that, that don't do nothing for us. It don't do nothing for the 40 million plus. We can get a few eggs and some chicken, but that don't do nothing for us. It's too small. But then you don't expect anything big when you use the word black as your foundation. Black is a racist term in relation to race. And it came from our oppressor. And you using it as a like it's a beauty mark or something. I'm not black. I'm not a skin color. You're not going to limit me to some melanated skin, to some dark skin, to some black. Unless you're a racist. And most of these people, that's what they are. They racist wannabes. You're not going to limit me to black. I'm proud to be what I am. I don't have to say every day, black first, black second, black third, black fourth, black fifth, black sixth, black 280. I don't have to say that every day. What's the purpose of it? Unless you are racist wannabe. That's what the Peckerwoods out in them forests is doing. White power, white. They got to keep reminding themselves. White power, every day. Because they racist. And these people are racist in training. Black power, black supremacy, black, we the black, African, black, Pan-African, black. What's the sense? You are just as sick as the people that you talk about. Just as sick. Matter of fact, you're probably worse. Because you think that this is healing you. It's not. It's making you more sick like them. and you are rigid and flexible in your mind. So when you look at a karate gi, that Negro think he a Chinese. No, this Negro is thinking I'm flexible, strategy. And I have no bias against any Chinese. I have no bias or prejudice against white folks. I have no bias or prejudice against Africans. I have no bias or prejudice against anyone. Whatever tool, I'm flexible in my ability to use my brain, find the tools that I need so I can bring us the right solution to my problem. You're not like that. So you've been wearing these clothes, African dashikis, and I heard that the Africans did not even create the dashiki. I heard the Negro did it. Took some clothes, put them together to make it look like, because what is the African dashiki? What country do it represent? Because everybody in all these countries have their own style, traditional wear. Where do the dashiki fit in? You have over 50 nations in Africa. Who knows how many tribes? Where do this dashiki fit in? As soon as the people on the continent see the dashiki, they know you crazy as hell. It don't belong there. They know that it's fake. It's some made up stuff. You can tell by the clothes, by some of these people on the continent, you know where they come from. Simply by the clothes, if you knew the fashion statements of the different tribes on the continent. The same thing if you went to Asia. All the different Asians have a different way of dress, carrying themselves. So instead of black liberation, because see, black was not designed to liberate. Black was designed to keep you a slave and keep you in the position that you are. And this is where you are at. Keep you on that slave-like level. Black is not designed to liberate nobody. Black comes from up out is the concept of racist. No, but see, brother, no, see, people in ancient Africa, Egypt, Kemet means the land of the black. Kemet might mean land of the black, but they were not racist. It had a different meaning, a different definition. They was viewing it in a whole different way. You viewing it as your black melanated skin, as a reactionary, emotional response to white supremacy, pink supremacy, or whatever you want to call it. That's why you do what you do. You're not using black in the context and Egyptian. And why would they trip off black when black is all that they know of? They don't know anything else. But black was created by races to show the difference and put levels on the people. Black, you have a low IQ and you're a savage. White, you pure, you honest, and all that kind of good stuff, to put everybody in these different categories so they can justify their terrorism, their inhumanity that they do to people of dark skin. And you can say, I'm making it to say what I know. You can, it's theirs, it belongs to them. Wherever you find people who rally around, I'm black first, Pan-African, whatever, I'm so blackity black. Wherever you find this black stuff, you find people divided, confused, violent, profane, all messed up. You can't get it together because black was not created to liberate. It was created to divide and conquer. And that's where you remain as a conquered people. Look. See,
brother, soon as you get a chance, I would like to touch up on further on that note, because it is so important for so people to understand and realize too. But go ahead, in relation to what you're saying. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, hold that thought. I'm gonna try to go through this real quick. Now, I'm not to say that all these things that we do and I'm not trying to make mockery, they're not good. That's not, and see, some folks take that out of context. Oh, you talk about what you doing, since what I'm doing ain't good enough, what you doing? That's not what I'm saying here. I'm going to give you another simple example. You're a grown man. You work construction. You work out in the hot sun, 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. And you come home and your wife give you on your plate the same thing she gave her 2-month-old child. What you gonna do? Look at that. It's food, eat it. It's good for you. You got your chicken, little rice, broccoli. You looking at that. You do like chicken, and you do like rice, and you like the broccoli. What is the problem? The problem is it's not enough for a grown man on the construction site doing hard work all day. It's a nice little snack for him, but it's not enough. It's good. It's nutritional. You got your broccoli, got your chicken, rice, whatever. It's not enough for this grown man. That's your problem. Doing these small things. We are a people or a group, 40 million plus. These little things that you do and you put it on our plate is not sufficient. So what happens to a person when they are not getting enough to eat? They suffer from malnutrition. Their bellies begin to bulge. The flesh in their face, they become skeletonized. They lose weight. Always hungry. They're not getting enough food. So you give a starving child a little bit of this and a little bit of that and blah, 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 blah. It's not good enough to get them back healthy and strong. So this man is looking at this. Hey, baby, what you think I am, 2-3 years old? You got give me a big sandwich or something. Look, I work hard. This is what we're dealing with. It's not that what you're doing is not good. I'm never saying that, because every little bit helps, but it's not enough because you're still starving. You're still dying from malnutrition. Malnutrition kills people because you're not getting enough food. So this 40 million in this country, and we're creating our own little businesses, and we're doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little, what they say, a little dab will do you, a little bit of this, but it's not enough to sustain this organism. And this 40 million in this country suffering from malnutrition. That's the problem. You're not getting enough to eat. So Brother Maurice Muhammad wants to do a smaller version of the Mississippi campaign. There's nothing wrong with that. It's an honor that I and Brother Talib, we would inspire this brother to want to do that. That's not the problem. Even if he's successful, it's not enough to eat. It's not enough. It's a little tiny. Well, see, I'll do the little and it's going to grow. When you're starving, you need your food now. You can't wait for this corn plant, put in a seed in the ground and wait until this corn. You need your nutrients. You need some fish. You need some chicken. You need tomatoes, onions, whatever. You need it now. You cannot wait to put something in the ground and this is going to grow. No, that's not how it works. You need it now. There are people in countries where they are suffering starvation. They can't wait until they put seeds in the ground. Matter of fact, they're not even healthy enough to put the seeds in the ground because they are suffering from malnutrition. So if I attended this Black Liberation Summit would they really want to hear what Angel Snuff Nuff 7 wants to bring to them? No, because their minds is distorted and warped by the black. And black is not designed to liberate. So when you talk about black liberation, you really are canceling yourself out, because black was not created. It did not come from you. It came from your oppressor. And it was not designed to liberate you at all. Now, unlike some of these other suckers out here, I don't mind helping you. I can donate to anybody that's doing any kind of good. Your school, you want to sell some shoes on the street, whatever you want to do. I don't mind helping you. Now, if you notice, nobody wants to help Angel Snuff Nuff 7. There's a Pan-African fake New York City wannabe nutcase talk about what I can give him, buy some shoes from him. Ain't donated nothing to me. Never done nothing for me. Except try to force me to be an African. And I tell you, I'm not interested. And we just talked about that yesterday, about how these people try to force their crap on you. But I'm willing to help. Yeah, that's right, brother. Soul Brother 85. Bunch of takers. I have done it in the past. I helped Hebrew Israelites. I have helped the Moors. I helped Christian churches. Of course, you know I helped the Nation of Islam. Nobody. I help people on YouTube. I share people's videos. I copy people's videos. I share them. All different kinds of people on YouTube. Nobody. Except Sister Noble. Nobody help Angel Snuff Nuff 7. Nobody. But they want you to, they always begging what you can do for them. Because I'm not like that. You're doing something good, I helped you. The Mississippi campaign is good. Why can't you do anything? Because see, you know what I'm talking about is good, but that black crap in your mind is stopping you from making good decisions. That's good for your benefit. And you're going to lose. In the long run, you lose. So they don't want Angel Snuff Nuff 7 at the Black Liberation Power Summit. You don't want me because you can't handle the truth. You can't handle reality. So I guess when they found out what Angel Snuff Nuff 7 was about, well, we don't stay, no, delete. Because you still want to continue to be a damn loser. And I'm not about losing. I'm about winning. Win for real. I'm not talking about going to a summit and everybody feeding off their ego. Oh, brother, you sounded so good. Yep, that's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. And nothing never get done. We come here to this summit. We come here to this meeting separately, but we leave together. There's a project, there's one project. We know the purpose, the goal. We have a vision. Let's do it, win or lose. They're not going to do that because everybody is arrogant. I'm the leader. It's my idea. You're so selfish and arrogant and pitiful and pathetic. I'm a man born out of due season. I shouldn't belong here because people around me, too damn ignorant. Functionally illiterate is too stupid. And you're never gonna move forward until you get smart. Instead of thrashing out at your enemy, hoping that you can hit something, why don't you be like the martial artist and have a strategy? Understand the weak points of your enemy. Stay cool, calm, and collect. And take your enemy out slow but fast. He or she don't even know what hit him. You play basketball, that's a strategy. Y'all play baseball, that's a strategy. Many of you are in martial arts, football, whatever it is. It's a strategy. You play to win. You play checkers and chess. You apply the same thing to liberation. The same concept. And you will win. But in order to be a good martial artist, in order to be a good basketball player, you have to be flexible. You can't keep doing the same thing. You see it's not working. The basketball player, I gotta change my game. Liberation means change. Liberate is to make yourself free to cause a change. You want to change, but you don't want to change. You want to be liberated, but you don't want to change. That's not going to work. They go hand in hand. Why should you get liberated from this situation just to become a black version of where you just left? It defeats the purpose of being liberated. Went from one plantation to another plantation. I went from one mic to passing the mic to Soul Brother Taalik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yes, and this is your soul brother Taalik. Yes, thanks to our number one soul brother, Angel Snub 7, for inviting me on this platform. Yes, I want to touch up on some things, and also related to what he was just saying, basically kind of piggybacking off of what he was talking about. Over the years, I've been really looking at this so-called pro-black construct, and I really have never seen nothing in fruition come out of it but a bunch of rhetoric, a bunch of division, and a bunch of, just chatter talk and lip service and no action in relation to our plight as a people, and to know you really haven't really done nothing, not even as much equally as the civil rights movement did when it came to our people's plight in this country. So, and if you can show me and prove to me what you did, even in amounting as compared to the amount of what the civil rights movement did, then, put it on display. Come challenge what I just said. And I just leave it at that, but as far as, what's going on with that situation is that I've encountered different organizations in the past, not to even include the one that I called myself belonging to, which was the Nubian Nation that was under the incarcerated Dr. Micah Z. York. But, I encountered the Moorish Science Temple of America, the New Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, which our brother Angel Snub 7 once belonged to. I've encountered the 5%ers, and these other Kemetic ideologies, and nothing has come up out of it. I mean, nothing. Egyptologists, ain't nothing came up out of it. But like I said, a bunch of rhetoric. And it don't, and as far as when they say they love black people, and, we should look out for each other and all this and take care of each other and do this and do that, well, their actions don't equate to that as far as the words that I just described that comes out their mouth. I have not seen no action in terms of where to benefit 44 plus million of us in this country when it comes to talking about loving each other, protecting each other, protecting our women and children, especially from the racists. I have not seen nothing solidly come out of that over the years that I've, been familiar with this pro-black construct way of thinking. And so, with that said, even the ones that's under that ideology. You know, I didn't receive too much love from them. I mean, it was a few individuals here and there. I have to be honest. It was a few individuals, and I mean individuals, literally, when I say that, here and there, that I dealt with, you know, that you know, reached out to me when I needed it, and even at times when I didn't need reaching out to, which I could be honest about. But at the same time, you know, they were there. But I can't say that about them as a whole. And I cannot say that about them in terms of, you know, their ideology, because I saw 90-some% more of hypocrisy than I saw them stand true to what they claim they believed in. And this is what made me take even another look at comparing them even to Christianity. Because at least the Christians did more than they did, even when it came to the religious aspect of things. You know? And like when it comes to mass soup kitchen lines, mass food pantries, most of that stuff is funded by Christian organizations around this country.
Yep.
Muslims don't have no mass network around the country. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about this ideology under the special nation Islam that we got to feed our people. Within where's all them wholesome bean pies and bean soups at? You understand? And whole wheat breads when our people need it when they starving, like the brother was talking about. Where's a mass chain network of that? Especially in the time of this pandemic. That's when it. You know, you would think the Nation of Islam would be at work,
right,
making sure that it's mass productions of food pantries, because our people is too poor to afford the better quality of food, as they say. You know, and then on top of that, you know, or they just can't afford it, or they some of them can't get no food stamps because of their record or whatever. Or some other type of, you know, stumbling block, you know, to make sure that they stay fed properly, at least. You know what I'm saying? So where's the Nation of Islam? Where's even the Moorish Science Temple, who do get out in the streets and feed the people? But I would have to say that that's, you know, not from the heart. As far as the reason that they're doing that. I just want to perfectly make that clear. The reason they're doing that is because they're putting on the front by hiding their dirty laundry behind that and the actuality of what they're doing, which is another subject for another time, okay? But, however, the Nation of Islam had this thing about, you know, farming, you know, feeding our people and all this. Well, where's state farms at? I ain't just talking about in 1 or 2 different states. Where are they farms at nationally? Where's, like I say, their food distribution at nationally that covers all these states? You know where our people are, where 40-some million of our people are, that need to be fed and that need to stay fed, you know, with proper nutritious food. You see what I'm saying? Where are they at? See, this is what I'm talking about. And then all them billions of dollars, like you say, that went through Farrakhan's hands, and the millions that went through even Elijah Muhammad's hands when he was here. Where did all that money go? When our people are still, you know what I'm saying, at the low economic chain bottom of everybody else in this country as a group of people. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why you got crime in the black community, okay? Because even when it's hard, when some of our people tried to be legit, there's so much stumbling blocks in their way. But you had organizations like the Nation of Islam that was supposed to provide an outlet, for them, so they wouldn't have to resort to that, right? What happened to that ideal? Where did that go? You know what I'm saying? And then when the Nation of Islam did have a fishing industry going, you know what I'm saying? They did not massively, create it to where it'll benefit 40-some plus million of us, And so my thing is this, and I know good and well that the organization I once so-called claimed didn't produce a damn thing for our people, like these other would-be sub-organizations that came even after the Nation of Islam, like the Nubian Nation and the Hebrews under Yahweh ben Yahweh. And Yahweh ben Yahweh died with $200-some million in his bank account. Especially for those of you Black Hebrew-like Israelites, information, He died with $200-some million in his bank account. And that organization that he had, he had most of them Negroes out there doing all kind of scandalous stuff, killing people, especially because they didn't believe in their ideology and all type of stuff. And it wasn't white people that they was killing either,
right?
Because Yahweh ben Yahweh said that he would love to have a Caucasian's devil head on the plate sent to him. But yet, primarily and mainly, all they victims, as well as murder victims, was Black. There's no record that they victimized any Caucasians. That's just like in the case of the Nation of Islam, in the case of the Nubian Nation, in the case of the Moorish Temple of America. All late crime victims under attack or that were murdered were Black. Okay? So, like I said, y'all always talk this crap about, well, we gonna go at this beast. We need to go at this beast instead of going at each other. Well, I don't see that in y'all actions.
Nope.
Ain't none of y'all niggas picked up no guns and aimed them at no Caucasians. But y'all always aimed them at Black people. Just like any other Negro in the street do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If y'all picked up a knife or a bat or a pipe to harm somebody, it wasn't a Caucasian. It was another Black person. Okay? So, I don't miss me with that. Okay? And this is the thing. This is the reason why I don't really have no interest, even in listening to anything that people under that pro-Black construct ideology got to say. I see it all over social media. I don't even listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to listen a lot to Eric Muhammad's videos. That brother out of Atlanta with his group called Temple 15 or whatever. I don't even listen to them no more. Because 99% of it is, religious talk that don't amount up to nothing.
Right.
It ain't keeping the peckerwood from busting you in the head. Every time you see the N-word, you see what I'm saying? So, or gunning you down just because he see the N-word. You see, so my thing is that I don't want to hear none of that. Until I see action. And this is the reason why the average common Negro don't want nothing to do with that pro-Black ideology. Mm-hmm. And it make y'all wonder, right? Well, look, they watch y'all. Just just like everybody else do. They ain't totally stupid now. To where they not seeing what's going on. They watching you too. And when you put that example out there, the first thing in their mind is, well, damn, I might as well just stay out here in the streets and keep being Pookie and Ray Ray, keep being a gangster and a thug.
Right.
Or selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't no different than what y'all doing, basically. Although it's under the name of, it come in the name of pro-blackness, but y'all doing the same thing. Y'all just, putting the pro-black twist to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, man, it's like, in actuality, brother, I personally have known brothers in the 5% nation, as well as the Moore Science Temple, that actually sold dope. And probably are still selling dope to this very day. But these organizations were supposed to have been about building or uplifting fallen humanity. How is you going to build humanity up or uplift fallen humanity when you selling dope? The fallen humanity that's already a fallen part of humanity, but you selling dope. What kind of sense do that make? So this is what I'm saying. And then don't turn around and make no excuses, because ain't no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it come to crime, ain't no excuse. I don't care what nobody said. And I used to be out there in the streets myself. So don't tell me it's an excuse to crime and that crime pays. No, I don't believe that, and you'll never get me to believe nothing like that. Mm-hmm. And when you come to me with that, you better recognize who you coming to. Cause I'm gonna set you straight on that in a quick heartbeat. But like I said, man, it's just pitiful. And this is the reason why I don't, like I said, I don't even associate. It got me to the point now where I don't even want to be really associated with other people's soul unless they really trying to do something to turn our condition around. Unless I see some action, some real core action to the point where it's going to massively benefit us as a whole, like 4 million plus,
mm-hmm.
then I don't want to even talk to you. If you ain't on that level, I don't even want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't because I think I'm better than somebody or none of that. It's because of the reality is that I know that dealing with other people's soul has not gotten me nothing but a bunch of fairy tale drama and a bunch of promises that was broken and a bunch of other ignorant stuff that come along with it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? I could be miserable in my own, comfort zone by myself. If I got to live like that way, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, miss me with that, for real. But the thing about it is that you keep complaining and moping and griping, and most of you that speak from that pro-black ideology, platform, you always talking about what's wrong or what's going on in America, like Ed Muhammad do every Sunday from behind the rostrum, or like Farrakhan do from behind the rostrum, or like some other Negro in the Nation of Islam do every Sunday behind some rostrum at some so-called temple or whatever, and you talk about what's wrong, but you still got jobs where you working in the welfare office. Some of you I know got jobs where you work for the welfare department,
mm-hmm.
and talk talk down on black people or brown people.
Sure do.
You know what I'm saying? But then on Sunday, you got your bow ties on, your suits on, talking about assalamu alaikum.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, I mean, you know, I mean, really miss me with that. Straight up. Miss me with that one. I really could care less, you know, about that rhetoric. If you ain't producing no action, then you ain't really talking about nothing. You know, and it's just that simple. You know, why people still out here getting shot, you know what I'm saying? Like rag dolls by these racists. You know what I'm saying? Getting lynched. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, still getting lynched. And not just down south, but in places as far as out in California. You know what I'm saying? Our people still coming up, lynch hanging off a tree off some pole or somewhere in America, actually. You know what I'm saying? And you Negroes still living in fairy tale land?
Mm.
You know, maybe it need to go back to 1920.
Mm.
For real. Maybe it need to go back to that point in time. But then even if it did go back in that point in time, it would wake you Negroes up, because you Negroes don't believe that doo-doo stink.
Right.
You know, so it still wouldn't even wake y'all up. You know, and this is the thing about it. You know, y'all think this is some kind of game. This is not no game. And we are under an all-out attack. And y'all on social media clowning around, playing games, ain't talking about nothing,
mm-hmm.
but a bunch of BS, you know, a bunch of bull-doodle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it ain't got nothing to do with changing our plight for once and for all.
Right.
What we've known it as for over 400 years as a people in this country. You know, matter of fact, I know that we are in a situation as far as this president we got, but you got to understand, the next president get in there, as usual, they not gonna have our best interests at heart, nor out there in the front before anything else. So, you know, what we need to do is establish control of a state, like me and this brother been talking about, like Mississippi, where we can get some things done.
Mm-hmm.
More than what it would take up under this systemic racist system that we find ourselves under in this country, you know? But you don't know how to come together to do that because you're too stupid and too childish.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You don't know how to come together and do that. So what you do? You want to keep blaming the cracker. Them days is over with,
right,
brothers and sisters. I'm here to tell you, them days is over with. We're blaming the white man.
Mm-hmm.
This is not 1865 no more, brothers and sisters. Wake up. This is 2020. Okay? And we over halfway going toward 200 years since 1865. And we still ain't got it together yet. As far as what we need to do to change our condition around from what we know it as, then hey, like I said, the days of blaming somebody else is over with. As they would say in the street term, partner, you know, them days is over with, for real. You know, because I mean, we ain't you know, ain't nobody giving us nothing, ain't nobody giving us no reparations, you know, and majority of these white folks don't even want to hear what you got to say. To be truthful. Yeah, you got some out there that's in the marches, like with the like with the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. But in all actuality, these white folks mostly is comfortable just based on their skin color. They know the reasons why they not dealing with the stuff that we got to deal with because of the position that they are in as a people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they don't have too much to say or complain about. And when they hear us saying it or speaking about it, that disrupts their normal comfort zone.
Right.
That they in. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, they really don't even want to hear what you got to say. Why you think they allowing, why you think the government is allowing all these Africans to come over here, the ones that's running from Africa? Why you talking about Africa? They running from Africa. Why you think they allowing a bunch of them, even the ones coming from the Caribbean? Why you think they allowing them to come here to replace us? Because the government wasn't always letting them people in here from the black and brown countries like that. Especially before the civil rights movement era, they wasn't letting them countries immigrate to the United States like that. You know, they had a policy to keep black and brown countries from immigrating to the United States. But some of y'all quickly forgot about that. They doing that for a reason. Because they know that when we complain, they know it's unsettled scores of over 400 years that have to be, accounted for. And they don't want to deal with that. That's another reason they don't want to hear what we got to say. So this is the reason why they not giving us nothing. This is the reason why they letting Africans in here. This is the reason why they letting people from the Caribbean in here. This is the reason why they letting Hispanics in here much as they is. Don't let that fake out news where they trying to stop the Mexicans or the Central Americans from coming here fake you out. That ain't nothing but a fake out. That ain't nothing but a big distraction to keep you away from being focused on our plight as black people here, as soul people here in America, which has always been America's #1 problem since America created it in the first place anyway. Okay? But because you don't have sense enough to look at the whole broader scale of the picture, while y'all on this petty level of dealing with each other, then you're going to keep getting petty results. And again, like I say, you're going to keep getting the results of getting cracked in the head or getting shot up because somebody see the N-word. You know? Some of these, listen, let me tell you something. Some of these police, and I ain't even just talking about Caucasian cops, even some of these black cops out here will admit that the reason they treat black people more worse than they treat white people is because they get paid an extra bonus too, according to their job description, okay? And so they don't care nothing about us. They don't care about how much you get out there and march and protest. What they gonna do is they gonna be implementing laws like they've been doing to make protesting a felony. You must ain't been hearing about that, have you? You see, but y'all say y'all got the information. Y'all say y'all got the information on a lot of things, but y'all just simply ignore stuff like that. See, this is why we need our own safe haven. We need a state behind us. We don't need no business. We don't need no job. We don't need no bar. Like you said, a few chickens and eggs to hatch. We don't need that. We need a state behind us.
Yeah.
We have plenty of that with the state behind us.
That's right.
And next thing you know, we have another state behind us like Alabama next door to Mississippi, like Georgia, and so forth and on. Next thing you know, we'll have a country behind us if we do it right.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't. But you too damn scared to come together to think on that level,
Right.
because you think so daggone small.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So now you're in a situation where, I mean, you know, it's do or you don't, or you get like me sometime, which I admit, and I'll be the first one to admit, I want to leave America to get away from all this shit altogether. Excuse my French, but because I usually don't cuss, but
right.
Hey, look, we shouldn't have to run. We shouldn't have to leave America,
right.
Even including those expats, those soul people who have already left America. They shouldn't have had to leave America. They should have had a place to stay in America where they could feel protected, where their families could feel protected from racism and all that.
Mm-hmm.
At least to the point where we wouldn't see what's going on every day with us as people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course, we know we're not going to be able to stop racism 100%, but we will be more protected from it than ever.
Mm-hmm.
And see, we haven't seen that part of our existence in America for over 400 years. So we have accepted our condition, that that's the way it's going to be. And some of us feel like that's the way it's just going to remain. And see, that's another reason why I can't deal with soul people like that. And you know, I just can't. And I'll be the first one to say it just that way. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because y'all think on a level where y'all think actually on the level of a retard, really. And no disrespect to people that word is you know, synonymous with. No disrespect to them at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that construct, that mentality, in other words, is what I'm contently labeling it as. That's what y'all act like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are better than that. Mm-hmm. Most of y'all are better than that. There is some very gifted, talented people among us as a group of people, far as soul people go, right, in this country. Very talented, very smart, educated. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you acting like that. You even got the resources to where you can help get together where we could take control of a couple of states. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But again, it's because of greed. Or I got mine, get yours. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You even got those like Polite, who come from the black construct, pro-black construct that think that way. You leave the East Coast like New York and go way out to Beverly Hills and forget all about where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got Farrakhan living in a mansion, not in the south side of Chicago, but in the suburban part of Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even Elijah Muhammad stayed in that same mansion, by the way. Mm-hmm. If y'all didn't know that already, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, I mean, and then this is the crazy part about it. You got the Nation of Islam, who claim to be about the economic upliftment of soul people. Okay, but these restaurants you got, especially in Chicago, which I heard they food is pricey as hell. Yeah. Now, you know them people in the South Side are struggling, but you got a restaurant right in the middle of the heart of the ghetto where you walk in there and the food is pricey. How you expect to stay in business like that? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Backward stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you supposed to be, your teaching's supposed to be against sport and play. But you got video, you got people paying tickets to go up in there and watch Floyd Mayweather pay-per-view fights.
Mm.
Yeah. 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 Yes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, come on. Really? I mean, y'all ain't no different than the average Negro. Y'all just about materialism. Just trying to stay comfortable in the bosom with this races. But you always talking that crap about you want to separate from the races. You know what I'm saying?
You go ahead and sleep, but my mother...
Say that again?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so you know, that's why I say, man, you know, it's just a bunch of bull-doodle that you talking. You know, you ain't really about that work.
Nope.
Like they say in the street terminology way of speaking. You know, you ain't really about that work. If you really was, you know, you really have to worry about the white man watching you. The white man ain't worried about you like that.
Nope.
You know, so I mean, man, cut it out. I mean, for real, just cut it out. I'm just saying, just really cut it out. Just be real. Just say you about getting paid. Or like Eric Muhammad would say, getting paid and getting laid. You know, you know, just say that. Just go on and say that. You know, that's what you about.
Right.
And that just don't apply to the Nation of Islam. That apply to all them black, you know, pro-black organizations, even the ones I named early on when I started talking. You know, I mean, you about getting paid. Just keep it real. You don't care nothing about no soul people. Right. You know, I know brothers. You know what I'm saying? I could that if a brother needed help, just financial, little few dollars in his pocket or some food. You know, now you couldn't even just straight up walk in the Nation of Islam mosque and ask around. I mean, they'd probably help you, but not as much as you would if you went around them Sunni Muslims. I'm talking about like the Arab ones, you know. You get more help from them than you get from the Nation of Islam.
Sure would.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Detroit, which is a predominant Muslim populated city in America. I know that for a fact. You know, so I mean, you know, and that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? But here it is, you got people like Eric Muhammad that are talk down on Orthodox Islam. But like I say, when them black people in the community where you at in Atlanta need help, even with food, especially in the time of pandemic, what do you have to offer them? You know what I'm saying? With a bunch of bull doodle that you be talking from behind the rostrum every Sunday? Man, come on. Don't nobody got time to hear that. We you know, our people is struggling out here. Our people hurting out here. Most of our people is dying from this more than anybody else from this COVID pandemic. Even according to the federal government statistics, from the racist statistics, okay? They said that more of us as soul people of soul are affected by this than anybody else in this country at a high rate, okay? And you wanna, and you know, they don't, and not only medically wise, but job wise. A lot of us lost of jobs and stuff. What do you have to put in place of that? You know? Just tell me. See, this is why none of them platforms want to align with us, brother. Like you was talking about them people in Coldwater, Mississippi. You know, that's why them platforms don't want to align with us, because they know we gonna keep it real. You know, they don't want to hit nothing else because they know we gonna keep it strictly real. We ain't gonna sugarcoat, and we not gonna shortcut, and we not gonna cut corners or play games.
Absolutely.
You know, so I mean, it's like, you know, either y'all get with the truth and act and start putting some action behind the truth, or basically just shut the hell up.
Absolutely. Right.
And keep living like the everyday Negroes you is, like you say, getting up, going to the 9-to-5 plantation. And even most of you people in the Nation of Islam, y'all talk that do for self, but most of you work for the Caucasians,
sure
or for the racists. You know, but I'm gonna rest my mic for a minute and let you take over, brother.
Okay. Thank you for that commentary.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is Coldwater, Mississippi. They having a summit. I would think they would find some kind of joy. They'd be happy because the focus is your state. The focus is we want to take control of this state for ourselves. You think they would be happy to do that and have a plan, because there are those who tell me, what's your solution? And I tell them the Mississippi campaign. And I send them, I'm not going to sit here and explain everything personally over and over again. Why should I do that? That's the purpose of videos. Now, you want to study John Henry Clark, and you want to study Malcolm X, and you want to study about 5,000 years ago, whatever. I'm not going to sit back with your happy ass and go back and forth with you. And you don't even, and I got to start all over from scratch. Every wacko that come to me talk about, what's your solution? That's the purpose of the Mississippi campaign site, the YouTube channel. You go there, and in order to get the foundation, start off with the wonderful video created by Omar Shabazz. Start off with there. And every video that I've ever done, ooh, I was tripping. I was tripping, brother Taalik. Hey, I was tripping. I'm going to tell you how I was tripping. I'll get right back to what I was saying. I got another computer going, right?
Right.
And from that computer, it looked like some kind of shadow, a spooky figure was behind me.
Right.
I'm like, what is that? That's why I had to look behind me real quick. What the hell is that? That's my shadow.
Right. Right.
See that spook? See that spookiness is still in me.
Right.
That's messed up.
Right.
But anyway, before I was scared by the ghost, because I had a light on. I had this light on at first, and that light will keep the shadows, whatever. I won't be able to see the shadows. But I turned the light off for a little while because that light be bothering my eyes. And I saw that shadow because I'm looking at another computer screen. And I'm like, I thought it was some kind of spook or something behind. I said, what the hell is that? Nothing but my shadow. Nothing but my shadow. See how spooky we are? Even Angel Snub No 7 still spooky. Woo, I'm embarrassed.
At least you're being real.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah. I'm embarrassed.
A lot of them were justified.
Yeah. Woo, how embarrassing. But, I mean, it's still in me. I know it haven't gone nowhere. I was raised on that for years from a child. That spooky stuff. It's embarrassing, but I know better now. And you see, I quickly found out what the reason was. It's not, it's my shadow. But here we are. You would think these brothers and sisters in Mississippi, we want to concentrate on their state. You think they'd be happy to control the state, not talk about let's get some acres of farmland and let's make a town. No, I want to take control of this state. I want to be the manager of this state. I want to take control of it. I don't want it. I just want to rent it. I just want to use it for my purpose for a change. And this video has 11 dislikes, 0 likes. Why? Why? What's wrong with taking control of a state? What's wrong with taking control of 2 states? We can do this. I'm talking about we can do this. I'm not talking about go to the government like Minister Farrakhan talk about, go to the government and ask the government for 10 or 12 states and they take care of you for 20, 25 years till you can go. We're not asking all that. We're going to do this ourselves on our own. We have the resources. We got the money. We got the talent, everything that we need. We don't have to ask them nothing. And next thing you know, we look up, we got the 10 and 12 states Farrakhan was begging for. We went out and just done it. Ain't begging nobody for a damn thing. But they don't know how to fight. They won't put on their karate gi because that's Chinese. Well, you know, brother, the Africans started martial arts. Well, I can't tell Africans started martial arts because y'all can't fight worth a damn. I can't tell Africans started martial arts. I don't see no fight coming from you.
Africans ain't doing no damn better than us over there. So, I mean, it don't really matter if they did or not.
Right. So since they developed martial arts, how come they still getting their ass whooped over there and under control? Speaking Portuguese and French and Spanish. See, they don't want to keep it real. They want to put me and you and everybody on this platform. They want us to join them on their slave plantation. Nah. Had enough. Been there, done that. Can't do it. Now I want to make a couple of points and we're going to be out of here. Now, I want to ask you, Brother Taalik. Okay, we've known each other now probably 3 years, going on 3 years or something like that.
Right.
And when we first started going back and forth and talking, it was strictly email.
Right.
That's how we started, strictly email.
Right.
Now, I don't agree with everything that Taalik said.
Right.
And I'm very sure Taalik don't agree with everything I say. There are certain behaviors that I exhibit I know Taalik don't like, but he just stay cool, calm, and collect and just deal with the madness. See? Okay? We know this. But you see where Brother Taalik is at. Okay? You see where we're at here. Because we brothers. I'm not perfect. I say stupid things. I do stupid things. I'm a human being. I can't be perfect. I'm not going to sit around here, run around here, especially since I'm ill and sick. I go through mood changes. I have mood changes where I hate everybody. I don't even want to talk with nobody because I'm feeling sorry for myself and depressed. I have to until I snap out of it. I don't know, because see, I'm in a situation where I'm here today. I could be dead tomorrow. That's the kind of situation I'm in. When you facing death, all kinds of thoughts go through your head. So I want to apologize to people because that's where I'm at. And even before then, you know, people think and do things because I'm not you. Don't expect me to think like you and act like you or none of that. So to live, do things I might not appreciate or don't like or whatever, or say. And it's vice versa, the same thing here. But we understand the situation that we're in, and we understand that we're brothers. Even biological brothers don't get along all the damn time.
Right.
They fall out, get mad. When was the last time you talked to your brother? Oh man, I ain't talked to that Negro in 6 months. Why? Because he didn't put them hubcaps back on my car when I told him. What? You ain't talked to your brother in 6 months because of some hubcaps?
Right.
But we do. We fall out over that and other silly stuff. And that's your biological people. Here, these pro-black folks expect us to love each other and kiss each other and lovey-dovey, and we're not even biological relatives.
Right.
And then you want to take it another step further and tell me I'm in love with and lovey-dovey with some people I really don't know nothing about 5,000 miles away from here. The whole thing don't make any sense. It's fantasy. It's fantasy thinking. It's not real. I saw a video where these American soul brothers and sisters, they was buying stuff at the market. They was dressed up in their fancy clothes. You could tell they had money. And the people, the native people, the African people that was there, called them a name. I forgot what the name. Do you know what this name is? It's a name that they call the Americans. The Africans, it's more than one.
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about copper?
It could be there. It's another name. But anyway, they have several names according to where you go. But it's an African name that they call American black people. And basically it means we white folks. And the lady was talking about, don't call me that. I'm an African. They said, no, you that. You white. And she gonna sit there and try to argue with this African lady, and the other people was agreeing with the African lady. You not us. You white people. See, that's the reality of the situation. We're not them. Now there's some places in Africa, I'm pretty sure, that they will feed your dreams until they get sick and tired of you and call you a nigger and you are white and whatever. See, when you got money and you giving them money and smiling and skinning and grinning, you know, people treat you a certain way. But when you broke down and out and you can't do nothing for them, they're going to show you their true colors. No, you white. You a Negro. You ain't African. See, show me somebody poor, broke down and out, that go over there and get treated like family. Of course, you can go anywhere on this earth, as long as if you got money, where they accept money, and the people there gonna treat you. Ask Beyonce, Jay-Z, anywhere they go on the earth, where the American Express card can be taken, they get treated real good. But now, if Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't have no money, it'll be a whole new ball game. It ain't gonna be no smiles. It ain't gonna be no shaking your hand. Now, there's friendly people all over the planet. That's not what I'm saying. But on that scale, it's not gonna happen. They don't treat poverty-stricken people good nowhere on the planet. So even though we have our differences, even though we get upset or whatever, myself and Taalik, we still hang with one another because we understand brotherhood and we know what that is. Now, there's some brothers, and Angel Snubbing Up 7 is a nobody. Like, so what? But you have these guys, they call me a nobody. I only have 10 subscribers, 10 views. But they still upset that I banned them from my channel. They upset that I don't want nothing to do with them no more. I done stood all I can stand. I cannot stand no more. You go about your business. So this one fella, he made a 2-hour video last night talking about me. 2 hours.
Who is this? That nigga guy in Hollywood?
I'm not gonna say.
All right.
I just call him the Pan-African, Arab-looking African.
Right.
He's upset. He's upset because I banned him. And anything that he can do to think about, he want to aim at me. Nonsense. Now, why did I ban him? I banned him because he want to try to force me to be something I told you I'm not. And then he started making mockery of the Mississippi campaign. Then he started making mockery of Sister Noble. He started making mockery of Brother Taalik. And what really crossed the line, I handled all that. That was no problem. Probably so. What made it where I said I'm done, he crossed the line, is because I know he was flagging my videos, trying to tear my channels down. But YouTube kept putting the videos back up. So, you know, what's the name? I definitely don't want him back. The faceless guy. He flagged my channel. So definitely I don't want nothing to do with these people no more. And then you have Cool Cutter. I'm going to say his name. He don't think there's nothing wrong. I'm sending you private text to your phone. My phone to your phone. These other people I'm not talking to. I'm talking to you. And he's gonna share my text, my private messages between him and me, because we can work this out. But he want to share my conversation with him with these strangers and these other folks I don't have nothing to do with. He don't think nothing wrong with that. He don't think nothing wrong with, look, I don't talk to this kind of mindset. I kicked all these Pan-African type folks, all these religious fanatics. I kicked all them off my platform. And I'm happy. I feel good about it. So why would I come to your platform and want to argue and debate with these kind of people? I don't want nothing to do with them. And then this idiot, I'm trying to talk, and every few minutes or whatever, the video is up. I got the video there. This cat trying to talk over me, trying to interrupt. I can't even make my point. Let me say what I hold your emotional ass down, and after I finish, now you can talk. But that's not how they play. They so emotional, and I was saying that as I was talking. I said, look at this man. I can't even talk. He's jumping like he's a crack addict or something, like he's on heroin. As I'm talking, he's jumping because he's all upset about what I'm talking about. He ready to talk. Get a piece of paper, whatever I said you don't like, put it on there, make your point after I finish. But they can't do that. They savages. These people are savages. I'm a civilized person. I know how to act in court. I know how to talk to people. Show and prove. These are savages. And I don't want nothing to do with it. So he's angry because I don't want to go back and forth. And what crossed the line, because he shared private messages between him and I. That's between my phone and your phone. Has nothing to do with these guys. If the conversation has stayed between him and me, once he got sober and we was able to talk, we would still be cool right now to this day. Now, would you do that? If somebody, I was talking to Talib today. I said, Talib, if you found out I was sharing private messages and private talks with other people, would you and me still be cool? He's right here. Would we still be cool, Talib, if you knew that I shared private messages and talked with somebody else outside of our conversation?
No. And
nobody would. Now, another question to Talib. We've known each other 3 years or almost 3 years or something like that. We agree on some things and we disagree on some things. Now, have I ever, true that. Now, have I ever tried to force my idea on you?
No, and I haven't tried to force my ideal on you.
Right. But see, that's the problem with this Pan-African, Arab-looking guy. He want to try to force his beliefs and his ideas on people. That don't work here. I don't do that. I'm me. That's Talib. If Talib says something I disagree with, I'm going to tell you. And if I said something Talib don't agree with, I hope that he brings it up. and we discuss things as brothers. We don't get angry and upset. Oh, you not an African. Hell no, you know you an African. Oh, tacky, childish, go away. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm happy not to be part of the Black Power Liberation Summit, because your ass ain't gonna liberate nothing. It's just some name. It's just something. It's just rhetoric. You ain't gonna liberate a damn thing. It's simple as that. You don't want nobody around to keep it real. You don't want nobody to come here, because what I have to say in that circle will blow everybody out the water. You don't want that, because it's hard-hitting. Reality is hard-hitting too. Y'all playing games. I'm not here to play your funky games. Play that funky music, white boy. That's all they are. Nothing but Oreo cookies for real. Black. That's a word that came from your massa. He gave it to us. Put it on us on force. No, we didn't call ourselves no black or no Negro and color. These are words that come from the slave master. So what's the sense of changing your name to Muhammad or Ishmael or one of these Native American names? What's the sense of doing all that when you're still gonna embrace your slave master's racist construct? It don't make any sense. You're still in the trap. And what we want to do here is get out of the trap and stay out of the trap once and for all. Change this reality for our benefit once and for all. Why can't we do it? What is wrong with taking control of a state? And Brother Talib hit it on the nail, the hammer, the nail on the head. He said, you are in the process of creating your own country, you dumb idiots. But see, you're not wise. You don't understand how to be smooth. You know, sometimes, I'm going to say this, I'm going to be out of here, give Brother Talib a chance to say his closing statement. You ever seen a brother and he's ugly? He's ugly. And he knows he's ugly. You said, wow, that brother, no, he ain't handsome. He's ugly. You know he's ugly, and this brother know he's ugly. But you see this brother with one of the most prettiest and finest women in the neighborhood. And you scratch your head. How is that possible? I know I'm prettier than him. I'm prettier than, and the woman wouldn't give you a chance. And you're supposed to be handsome and cute or whatever. She didn't give you no play. But here's the ugliest guy in the neighborhood, and she's on his arm and she's smiling and giggling, proud. You be wondering, how did that happen? You know why? Because it used to be an old R&B song too, because he's smooth. Because he's smooth. So y'all don't know how to do that. See, y'all so pumped up on the white man is the devil, kill the cracker, whatever. But see, the Mississippi campaign is about we gonna be smooth, and the white man gonna be right there helping us build Mississippi and Alabama and Tennessee and all this kind of stuff. Cause we smooth. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You can't comprehend, can you? Go ahead, Brother Talib.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take us up out of here.
Okay.
But, you know,
cause we like smooth. Yeah. I mean, you know, I mean, they think they smooth and everything. Yeah.
Yes, they do. I mean, why we can't be smooth about you know, changing our plight as a people for once and for all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we trying to be smooth and slick and all this other you know, quantified stuff when it come to each other.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we can't apply that same energy in a positive way when it come to us changing our condition.
Yeah.
As people in this country, you know? because we stuck on stupid, you know, and that is the truth.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, so, you know, this my thing is that you know, I really, you know, until, you know, people decide that they wanna, you know, really do something. I'm glad that you don't call me, and I'm glad that you don't offer your you know, you don't come to my channel, nor do you come to even my email. I'm glad, because if you ain't coming real, like you really want to get this thing up off the ground, then ain't no use in even contacting me. I'm gonna just be straight up with you, because that's what I'm about, and I'm just speaking to me right now. I know where Brother Angel Snub 7 at, but I'm just speaking about me.
Right.
Okay. So you know, anything if that consists with a bunch of bull doodle, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You know, I got my own personal issues in life to deal with. You know,
yeah,
than to be putting up with that crap. You know what I'm saying? Garbage. Yeah, and other stuff I'm dealing with in my own life. So, you know, you can miss me with that. You know, but if you got a solution to help me along with this Mississippi campaign, and it can work, then hey, you know, come on with it. I'm here. Bring it. That's all I gotta say. Bring it.
Yes, sir.
I mean, enough with the talking, enough with the chitter chattering. Enough with the gangster talk, or trying to be Billy the Badass, or you know what I'm saying, or trying to, you know what I'm saying, sound all tough, you know, when you Negroes ain't gonna do nothing but be Negroes, going to the 9 to 5 plantation every day like you always do. You know, if you ain't got no better plan than that, then don't come my way. I'm telling you, because I'm not for that. You know, I mean, you know, I appreciate even those who subscribe, that even to my personal channel. That's cool too, you know. But don't come to me if you're not gonna come with a solution.
Yes.
And I want to just make it clearly known, because I just saw someone just unsubscribed from my channel recently, and that's cool too. You know, because there was a time that I didn't have no subscribers at all.
Right.
So that's cool with me. You know, I can less care about all that. I don't get caught up in all that.
Right.
You know, see, that's that petty stuff, you know, that we be on. I don't get caught up in that. So, you know, and if you got personal problems you need to talk about, don't come my way. Because like I said, I'm dealing with my own personal problems, okay? We all got personal problems. I'm just sorry. I can't help you, brother or sister. I can't help you. You know, we are, I know we sold people. We caught up in the midst of racism, and that is a mental health crisis.
Yes.
That is a mental health crisis. I could understand it, but right now, I ain't got time for all that. We trying to get something together so that we could create a safe haven for us as 44 plus million in this country, where we ain't got to keep dealing with that. You see what I'm saying? Just like everybody else do for self and their own kind, that's where we need to be at. And it ain't about individualism. Me, my family. And first of all, I want to just say something about that too. If it ain't about me and my family, it ain't about nobody. First of all, most of you got relatives don't even give a damn about you.
Yes.
I know there's people in my biological bloodline that's like that. Don't give a damn about you, don't care nothing about you, don't even care if you even exist.
Right.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? And don't sit up here and tell me Because I've had people tell me, well, I don't have that problem in my family. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Okay? The right time, the right opportunity come up, you understand, you will change that tone quickly. Okay? Especially if it got something to do with some money.
Yeah.
After somebody been died or something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So don't sit up. Every person is sold with a family, some type of family structure in this country is affected by the after effects of slavery.
Yes.
Going on over 400 years. You see what I'm saying? So, that's been here, plaguing us for over 400 years. So don't sit up and tell me that you don't have an issue in your family when somebody don't like somebody or somebody got some hidden agenda against somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me that. I'm not trying to hear that. Everybody that's among the 44 plus million in America got some type of kind of dysfunctional issue going on in their family. Whether they know it, whether they see it or not, it's there. Sometimes it takes longer to come out than others. Okay? So don't sit up there and tell me that. I'm not trying to hear that. And
Mm-hmm.
people that talk like that, there's something wrong with them because they really don't know what they're talking about, obviously. Okay? And those who were born in families, I'm talking about people soul now, that were born in the families that had wealth or whatever and this or that. Well, I'm going to just say this here. You're still a Negro in America. Don't forget that. Okay? And I'm pretty sure those somewhere down in your family line that's less fortunate than you are might be jealous as hell of you, but they ain't told you to your face, okay?
Right.
So I don't even want to hear that. Okay? Don't I don't want to hear that. That's just not reality. And usually I just let people talk till their head come off their neck. You know what I'm saying? But that's not reality. That's something that's not reality. Period. Not especially when it comes to the so-called Negro in America, okay? That's just not reality. And then the fact that a lot of us can't even get along as biological relatives, but you want to think you could get along simply and like everything about the next fellow soul brother or sister that's not related to you as kinfolk go. That's just not natural either. Because like the brother just got through saying, it's stuff that me and him may not agree with each other on. But we don't let that get in the middle of our common goal. Like with this Mississippi campaign. You know what I'm saying? We don't let that get in between us. We still be brothers, okay? Exactly. We still act and treat each other like brothers. And those of you that claim that you love black people, well then you need to get on that same soul train. You see what I'm saying? You need to get on that same soul train page and stop being fake. As simple as that. I can't put it no more simpler than that because that's what it is. And to sit up here and talk about each other on social media, even when you claim you love black people, you know how that even make the racists look at you? That make the racists look at you worse than they look at the common everyday Negro they see on the streets. Because you supposed to pose a threat to them. But of course, and obviously, your way of action show that you don't. So there you go. So I mean, I just could, I really don't have no room or space for that, and for you to even sit there and talk down on a brother or sister, period, you know, especially like you was talking about that Arab-looking Negro, you know, talking down on the brother and sister as far as how they speak.
Yeah.
You know, and they punctuation and they words and articulate how they articulate. Well, let me tell you something, man. Some of your greatest geniuses wasn't that best of articulators.
Right.
Okay? Some of your best of your genius, I'm talking about among the people of soul, of course.
Elijah Muhammad is a good example.
Exactly. Exactly. So don't sit up here, you know what I'm saying, and play like because somebody could speak articulate or whatever more better than somebody else, that they just simply better than somebody. See, that's where that divide and conquer crap come in at also. You know what I'm saying? When you think you better than somebody else.
Yes.
You know, and to try to put them down and make them feel bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you gonna say you love black people, you might as well just keep that phrase, vocabulary out your mouth.
Right.
Saying stuff like that, because you really don't love black people and you talking like that anyway. You know, but besides that nigga probably Arab any damn way. So
right.
You know. But yeah, you know,
and he's not a good all that. He don't speak all that hot himself.
Exactly. You know, you know why that peckerwood on there watching your butt from that top. You know, from some local field office, making sure you don't come out your mouth with the wrong thing, so they can prosecute you as a black identity extremist.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? You worried about how the hell somebody articulate their words. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these Negroes really got low tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They really do. I mean, they really got local tunnel vision like I've never seen before or even realized before. You know, especially, you know, I didn't think Negroes was even this more ignorant until I got on social media.
Right.
I'm serious. I really, you know, because I mean, and this is why I had to take a break from social media. You know. Yeah, because of this crap. You know, and I would say it always, you know, because I just don't have no time and space for that bull crap, you know.
Yes.
I deal with enough stuff every day in my own personal life.
Right.
When I got to go out in the streets and deal with life face to face, you know, then to be putting up with that crap, you know, because I'm not you know, I'm not no social media gangster. You know, and I don't try to portray myself as one, but I ain't gonna let nobody just disrespect me or handle me any kind of way either, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's on social media, but I'm just saying, you know, people got, you know what I'm saying, you know, just low tunnel vision. They don't have no type of vision, like you say, or creativity about they self. You know, this is then you wonder why we can't unite as a people. You know, because we don't think on that level commonly, like everybody else do. But you want to complain about the Chinese, speaking of the Chinese, like you was talking about how they be identifying you by your karate clothing wear.
Yeah.
You know, at least they got sense enough to unite. Even when they come to America. The Japanese, the Korean, you Negroes don't. That's why the white man don't handle them like they handle your ass. Because one thing about them that we don't got is unity, okay? And that's a fact. Even a lot of them don't even be trying to integrate with the Caucasian. If you go to most of their neighborhoods, when they get done every day running their businesses or hair salon businesses that they own or whatever, do you know that they go home, and when they go home, they go to their neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Where they own stores and stuff that got nothing but Korean words on it, the Japanese and Chinese words on it, letters on it. You understand? They, you know, they go to their own neighborhoods. Go to Detroit. Go to Dearborn right outside Detroit. That ain't nothing but that. They say they got the biggest Middle Eastern population there outside the Middle East. Right there in Dearborn, Michigan. And you know, every time I caught the bus going back and forth there to Detroit, I'm seeing two different worlds. I'm seeing two total, entire different worlds. I'm seeing the community flourishing, and I'm seeing the community steadily going downhill. Once I get back on the Detroit side, you see what I'm saying? So, I mean, don't sit up here and tell me that we can't do it. That is too much opposition against us. Stop using them excuses. You know, stop being punks. Stop being cowards. Damn, once in your life. You know what I'm saying? Our ancestors from chattel slavery are turned over in their grave right now if they seen how we carried on like this. I mean, for real. All that they had to go through for 300 years picking cotton and sugar cane and had to fight a civil war just so they could be free from that part of slavery. You see what I'm saying? Right. And to see how we as their descendants carry on like we do, they will actually turn over in their grave. I'd rather be among them alive than be among us, for real. Because at least they understood who the enemy was.
Absolutely.
We're confused as to who the enemy is. You know? But with that said, man, you know, I just wanted to close us out with that, you know, and just, you know, because I mean, we are pathetic. Among 44 plus million of us in this country, we're just too pathetic right now. And even during a time of a situation like with this pandemic, we really we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. We ought to even, a lot of us ought to just be ashamed that we exist. Because what is worth us existing? And we ain't really doing nothing.
Absolutely.
But with that said, brother, I know you got to do some things, and I got to do some things.
Yeah, go ahead and close it out.
But I just want to send my shout outs to Soul Sister Noble Levine, and keep supporting her book called God is on Trial. And also, I want to say shout outs to my sister Tangi. And also, I want to send shout outs to our other soul sister, Rashida Strober. I would love to have you on one of our live platforms. I haven't heard from you in a while, sister.
I get it.
Shout outs to you once again. And also anybody else, and also shout outs once again to brother 85 and all the other brothers that support and sisters that support us on this platform. And you know, just keep strong, and so we can get through this storm together. And hopefully, like Martin Luther King said, one day we can actually get to that promised land. And with that said, I rest my mic.
And we out of here, as Don Cornelius used to always say, as important. I wish us love, peace, and soul.
Yes, go on. Was the only one in the hangout in the comment section?
No, we had Twin Pyramid too.
Oh, damn, I should have mentioned his name.
Well, actually, we still on the air, so you did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
And we got listeners too. And apparently we got at least 11 listeners because we had got 11 dislikes.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, and while we going, I'm cutting it off. We're going off broadcast now.